take those.
Please don't make me do this.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we'll be discussing the criminally underrated fairy tale musical Ella Enchanted.
Oh no, I couldn't.
Oh, come on.
Please don't.
Sing!
While it may not be entirely faithful to Gail Carson Levine's original text, its unique spin on the story is part of its charm. Director Tommy O'Haver, star Anne Hathaway, and the rest of the film's cast and crew came together to bring us a teen movie unlike anything audiences had seen before, and likely would ever see again.
Ella, Afro, you are not like other girls.
You have no idea.
Like the novel of the same name, Ella Enchanted is based on the classic tale of Cinderella. Ella herself takes on the title role.
Do I know you, child?
Ella, Afro, you gave me a gift.
Oh, yes. I remember you. The obedient one.
She's forced to carry out the bidding of her stepmother and stepsisters after the death of her biological mother. But this version has its twists. Char is a far more developed version of Prince Charming, while Lucinda is more complicated than Cinderella's typically benevolent fairy godmother.
You don't like my gift? Fine. Get rid of it yourself. Don't blame me for your problems.
While the Ella Enchanted book takes place in a setting similar to that of the original story, the film takes a different approach. With its song and dance numbers, contemporary conveniences, and cheeky background references, the more anachronistic kingdom of Lamia may have been designed to appeal to a generation of tweens growing up alongside characters like Lizzie McGuire and Raven Baxter. We're definitely talking about a new generation of Disney princesses.
It's me he's going to have at his coronation.
Yeah, in the middle of a table with an apple in your mouth.
Go back to the mall with Olive.
In truth, Ella Enchanted didn't really need any modern flair to appeal to kids and preteens. While it certainly is as an added bonus, the film's basic narrative does the heavy lifting by telling a relatable story.
Isn't it wonderful?
No, it's terrible. It's a terrible gift to have to do what you're told. Take it back.
Ella is gifted obedience, meaning she must do everything she's told, sometimes to a literal extreme. For many kids, this kind of unquestioning compliance can be a daily expectation, both at home and at school.
In conclusion,
Hold your tongue, Ella.
my tongue itches.
Ella's defiant streak and unshakable spirit are all the more admirable because she has to fight so much harder to exercise her free will. In spite of her unfortunate curse, she stands up for herself and others in a way many kids dream they could.
As her step-family scratched their newly found itches, Ella was off. Glad to be rid of the witches.
While Ella's take-charge attitude does exist in Levine's original novel, it is amped up in the film. It was a good time to be a strong female protagonist in children's media. Shows like The Powerpuff Girls and Kim Possible were in the midst of multi-year runs. Ella fits right in with those heroes.
Look, I think it's only fair to warn you that I'm practiced in the ancient art of origami.
Paper folding?
Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't know what that was.
Don't let him scare you, sweetheart! Kick his butt!
Like those shows, the film's feminist angle doesn't begin and end with fight scenes. Its plot also challenged the gender dynamics present in Cinderella with a compelling enemies-to-lovers romance.
You're the first maiden I've met who hasn't swooned at the sight of me.
Then maybe I've done you some good.
The prince is no longer a one-note pretty boy, but a flawed ruler whose uncle's old-fashioned ideals are challenged by the protagonist. Ella is the one to take charge in the relationship, and even ends up saving the prince at the end of the day. It's a refreshing break from the typical Disney fairy tale formula.
It's poison!
Edgar's trying to kill me?
Yes! And hold on.
One cue Ella Enchanted does take from Disney is the importance of a good musical moment. The most memorable is Ella's passionate performance of Somebody to Love.
Every day, I try and I try and I try, but everybody wants to put me down. They say I'm going crazy.
The scene was apparently originally written with Cole Porter's You Do Something to Me in mind. We're thankful they eventually settled on the Queen classic, as the choice would go on to influence the rest of the film's iconic soundtrack choices. Of course, we can't not mention the finale number, when the cast comes together to sing Don't Go Breaking My Heart at Ella and Char's wedding. Sure, it's a bit silly, but it's hard to imagine ending Ella Enchanted any other way.
Right from the start.
All of these elements come together to create a fun film, but there's no denying that one of the primary reasons Ella Enchanted works as well as it does is its cast. Anne Hathaway was hot off the success of The Princess Diaries, and even in 2004, it was clear Hugh Dancy already had the acting chops he would later refine in Hannibal. Meanwhile, Cary Elwes went from the dashing hero of The Princess Bride to Char's evil Uncle Edgar, while British comedy legend Joanna Lumley added a dark levity to Dame Olga.
Go and dust off your ball gowns and pack your bags. I think I may have found you another chance at your future husband.
Aidan McArdle did his part as Slannon the Elf as well, heightening the comedy of certain scenes with improvised background antics. Minnie Driver, Vivica A. Fox, Eric Idle, and Heidi Klum round out the star-studded cast. Fox in particular adds a distinct spark to the adult lineup.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, that hurt.
Give.
You're welcome.
The Kill Bill actor was a later addition to the cast, replacing what the filmmakers had originally envisioned as a Judi Dench-type role. Watching everyone play off of each other, it's hard to imagine anyone else as these characters. It's the kind of cast that many teen comedies could only dream of.
Actually, it's lucky you're here, so I won't have to do it myself.
One of the reasons we love Anne Hathaway is her dedication to activism. A longtime ally to the LGBTQIA+ movement, she has also spoken out for women's rights on the global stage as a UN Women Goodwill Ambassador.
I look forward to beginning with the UN itself, which has not yet achieved parity, and whose paid parental leave policies are currently up for review. Oh, you're gonna see a lot of me.
The character of Ella seems to share many of the same core beliefs and passion for helping people. Ella speaks out for the rights of magical creatures, not only in her debate class, but in public demonstrations against the monarchy.
You were right about that girl. Very odd.
And I'm afraid she's been filling our prince's head with dangerous new thoughts.
Even as a young child, Ella stood by her Aorthian friend Arita, defending her against racist bullies. Sure, there are moments that are imperfect when looking at the film from a contemporary perspective, but for a 2000s teen comedy, it's pretty progressive.
Nobody should be forced to do things they don't want to do. Take it from somebody who knows.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Revisiting old comedies can be risky. Far too often, they have jokes that modern audiences would consider inappropriate or outdated. But many Ella Enchanted moments have aged well.
I just want to talk about us.
Us?
It sounds even more wonderful when you say it.
One recurring gag throughout the film focuses on Prince Char's fan club, headed by Ella's cruel stepsister Hattie. Hattie herself is shown to be in love with Char to the point of absolving his uncle of all his misdeeds, while the club's members have a more primal approach to fandom.
Are you a fast runner?
Not particularly, no. Why?
These kinds of rabid fan bases are nothing new. From the Beatles to One Direction and beyond, there have been generations of young people obsessed with attractive celebrity men. But with the rise of the internet and social media, this tongue-in-cheek commentary on fandom has only become more relevant. Who among us doesn't know someone who wouldn't hesitate to kiss the ground their idol had just stepped on?
Stop tonguing the foyer.
What is your favorite part of Ella Enchanted? Let us know in the comments.
I've never been comfortable with the whole adoring fan club thing. Perhaps that's why I find your obvious disdain for me so refreshing.
Obvious? I was trying so hard to hide it.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.